Welcome to our next episode on Getting to Know Your Contract series. So in this one, we're going to talk about special assessments. What is a special assessment? Sometimes the county or municipality or the city in which the property is located has assessments for things like paving or getting all the lights replaced that light up the street down the road. I mean, really, these are what special assessments are generally. And so when there are special assessments, this paragraph talks about what is the responsibility of the seller and the buyer in paying for these, because these sometimes get recorded as liens. These sometimes come up in a municipal lien search. So who pays for what? The key here is to put a selection, to really be careful and select. Okay, so option A is the default one if no one picks. And just so you know, it means that the seller will pay in installments prior to closing. So any installments that were due on the special assessment prior to the closing date, the seller will have to pay. But that means that you as a buyer are responsible for the assessments that come due after closing, and you can't go back to the seller for what is owed in future going forward. You can't go back to the title company. You're stuck paying those assessments. So be really, really aware of what those sums are when a municipal lien search comes back and says, hey, here are the special municipal liens, and these are the assessments attached to them. That's what I wanted you to understand. The second option, option B, says that seller pays in full prior to or at the time of closing. Okay. If assessments are allowed to be prepaid. If you pick this option, then the seller is the one responsible for all of the charges of the assessment. But if you don't pick any option, option A is going to be the default, in which it's prorated assessments that came due prior to closing. Seller pays assessments that came due after closing, buyer pays.